is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of a catalog review with the Trains and Lark gang. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I gotta say, I've enjoyed mine, and of course, the best part is knowing that the next year we get more trains, don't we, boys?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would say so.
We're gonna get a lot.
I'm
What
scared.
is up, Gizmo? Thanks so much for tuning in with us. So,
Oh, Gizmo's on.
yeah.
All
right, here,
let's
so-
go.
All right, so before we get going here, just to run a quick couple of quick things here. So we've got Will from the Lone Star State tonight. Then we've got the plant Dan with the plan, Train Man Dan here, and then he may not surf, but he knows how to wipe out. It's Wipeout Trains, man. What is up? All right, here. So just a quick time out, boys. Let me at least make sure that the Instagram squad can see my and our pretty faces. Sometimes
Oh,
Instagram-
dude, Tom's on too.
Yes. All right.
Oh, Captain Andy too. What's up?
Yeah. All right, let's see if I can get this on.
And William Miller.
All right, here. So if it ends up deciding not to work for me, that is perfectly fine because at the end of the day, we've got a big enough audience. Sunset.
It's interesting that he said that we're in trouble for 2026 because I thought I was in trouble for 2025, and now I saw this, and I can only imagine what the other manufacturers are coming out with. I'm like, oh my gosh,
I think
2026 is
find like
rough.
2 more jobs now.
Yeah.
it's 2 a.m. Are you on the ship, Captain Andy?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my God.
That's just dedication right there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
On the hell or high water, he's gonna be here for this stream.
Dude, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that too. That's awesome.
Oh, what a lot of people don't know is I've known
Oh, he's
him.
on the ship.
I've actually known him for quite some time, actually. So he was one of the first train guys that I spoke to.
I like this new thing about the comments. You can see everyone, and that's incredible. This is
Okay, so Instagram's not working, but you know what? That's okay, boys. We are
awesome.
going.
We got YouTube.
We're going full YouTube tonight, boys.
Woo!
We're going. All right, here. So my apologies about that. So, all right, here. So enough with the technical difficulties, boys. Are you ready to explore this catalog?
Yes.
I don't know what to expect. I haven't went through this catalog yet, so
This would make the first Sunset Third Rail for our gang, right? Right?
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
think it is.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's it. That's exciting. And like, this is the first catalog that Sunset's done, or because they did a pamphlet, but this is the first catalog, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
So
This
for
is
more
cool.
than 50 years, Sunset Models, Third Rail, and Golden Gate Depot have been part of this incredible hobby, building finely detailed models that honors the trains we grew up with and the railroads that not only shaped America, but the entire world. Every project we've done has been guided by one simple goal: create models that look, feel, run like, and now sound like the real thing. My name is Jay Escamala. If I get the last name wrong, please call me out. And I'm proud to carry this company forward as the new president of Sunset Models Third Rail. Like many of you, I'm a modeler and rail fan at heart. That passion led me to work alongside Scott Mann, and now to continue the legacy he and his father built with the utmost care and dedication. Our focus isn't changing. We'll keep doing what Sunset always done best, producing accurate, high-quality models that stand the test of time. But we're also looking ahead, bringing new ideas, technology, and a renewed energy into every project we take on. Whether it's through Sunset Models Third Rail or Golden Gate Depot, we're committed to keeping craftsmanship and authenticity. What's up?
Nothing. My dad was. Keep going. Keep going.
At the core of everything we make. So to all our longtime supporters, thank you for being part of this journey. And to those just discovering us, welcome aboard. The signals are green, the throttle is wide opening, accelerating towards the best years ahead. Yes, indeed.
Woo!
If I can say one thing about the first catalog or that first picture, it's really, really rewarding when you have like a president, CEO. They bring the family aspect, so like that first picture with him and his missus, like that's awesome. So
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
it's really fun and rewarding, and like the other picture with York, you know, Sunset is kind of blooming, and it's blooming into an environment where we're as modelers and hobbyists, we're welcoming it with big open arms. So I'm very on board with how everything is going. So this is going to be really, really cool.
Oh, absolutely. So, tentative productive schedule. So, lot of steamers.
So
Lot of-
the spring, the Allegheny is coming.
yeah.
Whoa. So by the
Have
summer,
fun.
well, I think I'm a little safe. And then I think I'm safe until the summer, but the next thing, GS4s, GS5s, whoa, the fall. But this whole thing, production schedule, at least it keeps everyone with some kind of idea of like, oh, hey, I need a budget here, or you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if I want to speak for everybody, but sometimes Christmas just hits hard. It's like, oh, hey, here's all these pre-orders. Merry Christmas, and you're like, my wallet's empty. What am I supposed to do?
Accumulate credit card debt.
I have $30,000. I'm just kidding.
Hey, look at the bright side with Sunset is they take a long time to arrive, so you get a chance to build up.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so let's start diving into this here. So Sunset models, we've got next generation Excella. That's a nice surprise. So the only thing that nitpicks me, this has nothing to do with Sunset. I want to just look at least the Excella. I this is something that this is just the nitpickiness. Of course, it may also depend on how good I
Oh!
do it.
I think Wipeout, you saw the paint scheme.
I always
I
find
just
it
saw an
weird
orange
how
line.
they-
That could be anything.
What are you saying,
Don't,
Larkin?
don't be saying that. It's
I
scary.
just find it
man.
weird, like how the locomotive and the passenger cars aren't perfectly aligned like they are with the Excella. It's like
Are you
the
talking like
locomotive-
with that stripe?
It also
Oh,
could be
you're
an
talking about the
optical
actual
illusion.
cars. Yeah, you're talking
Yeah,
about the
look-
cars. Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
just
also
looks.
could
Oh,
be an
I
illusion
see,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they? What's it called? Is it oscillating? Do they do that as well?
I would assume they do for those.
Okay, because that would be pretty insane if Sunset can do that with that model. Because I know Lionel in that was it 2004, they were able to kind of do that motion. That's
yeah.
pretty crazy.
But from at least from what I heard, it was kind of gimmicky, and then
Hmm.
they ended up addressing a lot of the issues in the 2021 re-release. So now, I like that we're doing the RS3/RSD-4
Hmm.
/5. So this will be really neat to see these new variations. But I like that they're doing FP45s and SDP40Fs and the Pooches. So more on this one here when we get to it, because I've actually got quite a bit to say about it. So, all right,
FP.
go crazy, Wipeout.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Heck yes.
Oh, we've got something for
Dang,
both Will
that's not
and
good.
for Wipeout.
Yeah, a little bit with me. However, I think I'm in the clear because I have the Lionel versions of those, and I have an ABBA. But I'm not. I don't want to say screwed, but like I have stuff up later. But yeah, dude, Wipeout, you're cooked.
Oh, I'm really in trouble now.
He really
No.
is. Quick. Oh, the better part is that these most of like the new FTs, I think they're Blue Nami now. So
Yeah.
you're even more
So
screwed.
good.
Yeah, I'm even more in
That's
trouble
so
now.
good.
Hold on, Mark. Go back up. I do wanna put attention to detail. Can you go to the cab of that WP unit, please, real quick?
Did I
So
really choice?
WP EMD offered for the since these FTs were basically used right around when they were still using steam locomotives and all that. crews were not accustomed to seeing them up front on the sides, how typically they are. So EMC at the time, or EMD, put them up right on the top of the cab for crews.
Oh, wow.
Identification. You can see that where it says
Oh,
907
I see.
Delta.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a WP modification right there.
dude, that's
Did it
sick.
pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
sorry.
That is
look at
interesting.
the-
Titism
look
hard
at the
right
New York
there. I was like,
Central one,
ooh.
looks like it's almost similar setup because he looks
Yeah.
a little higher.
But it's just the number board that's on the roof is really slick. That's a very WP detail, and I'm like, yes,
But that means you should get it.
Dan.
Dude, honestly, man, you have to. Like after
Dude,
all
this could be
the-
your first Sunset
Dude.
models.
It could be my first sunset models, but the thing is, I'm gonna do that if they can offer it in the green, the WP green color. It'd be perfect.
There's this thing called Go Talk to Jay, and he might.
Yeah,
make it.
you could talk to them and be like,
that'd
oh
be
yeah,
cool.
no, we could
Okay.
probably do
All
it.
right, I guess I gotta go talk to Jay.
Unlike
I did
Lionel,
not know. I did
I'm
not
in a
know
lot
that
of
WP
trouble.
came in green because I thought the only one was
Yes, well,
Emerald
they were
Brown.
originally delivered in a primary green, red, and a little bit of yellow.
Is that the one that Lionel did back in 2023 for the set?
No, that is that the Feather River set from Lionel. That is Pearlman green. That is something that's also an F7. FTs were the only one that ever had that type of paint scheme. I grabbed one of my books, but that's going to be very unsightly, and I don't want to bog down the stream. But
Yeah.
it's a very cool paint scheme. MTH has done it, and the time I almost was able to buy one. It ballooned way out of proportion. So it's cool that we have that version, especially with the number board on top of the cab.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh man, I'm in trouble. All right, let's keep going before. Okay,
All right, next gen
Okay.
Excella.
I'm sorry.
Is it safe to say that we're all safe with the Excella?
Yes.
Yes.
I would
Spotted.
say so.
Okay, good. Because I was about like nose goes you've bought Excella, and I was kind of looking at Dan. I was like, but okay, at least we're good. Yeah, because
No, I didn't buy the Lionel set either, so
Okay.
I've got other people that have just the regular Stella.
It's gonna be incredible. I'll just be honest. It's not a thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in the old Amtrak Genesis original from There Goes a Train paint scheme.
Not
And,
that
like,
garbage thing they call the Charger.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, and everyone's blowing up. They're like, "Oh my god, the Charger! It's incredible." I'm like,
It's a bunch of Amtrak foamers going at it.
I've never even seen that locomotive. I have no idea what it is.
I'm sorry.
Well,
There's going to be some
I'll say
Amtrak
this.
slander from me.
I will say this: at least the Chargers are built to handle being struck, or at least striking down cars. Just go look at Brightline if you need proof.
Yeah.
All aboard, baby.
Oh boy, here we go.
We'll get to that.
I have a
here.
bright line person coming in hot.
well, Match Trains 2.0 isn't in here, so we're safe.
Okay.
So
Alcos.
don't really have much opinion on this, but I love how many available
Yeah.
roads that they're gonna have.
So
Yeah.
that's what I was going to tell you earlier, Will, is that the other thing I was possibly thinking of getting is maybe like a set of 2 Alco RS 1s or 3s.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think these are gonna,
Specifically SPNS
oh, there it is.
or Great
Yep.
Northern or Ann Arbor.
Okay.
I haven't decided yet.
I think because Jay is a huge SP fan, so I think if you're getting anything SP in this catalog or in its entirety, it's going to look really, really good and accurate. So, like, you can see if you zoom in that added headlight detailing and stuff like that, like all the prototypically accurate stuff to each road specific detail, it's going to be there. And then what I've heard with Blue Nami, with all like the different functions, let's just say you have a specific function for one headlight and it does something different for another. Those things are going to be completely separate. You know what I mean, with like functionality. So now looking at this, maybe I think I've seen this twice. I'm starting to like I'm kind of gearing towards what you're saying, Dan, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't talking about Southern Pacific, but Spokane, Portland, and Seattle.
Oh,
So-
SPNS. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're good.
I heard SP.
Man went on a
my brain
tangent
just
so
went, oh,
hard
SP.
just to deflect.
Mr. SP went so hard.
Oh my god!
I heard SP and I was like, oh, I forgot about the S.
But you forgot the and S.
There it is.
But
You forgot the other
But
letters.
no,
of the
that
alphabet.
SP and S like Alco, that looks beautiful.
Also,
I love the
Alco,
fact that the CNW one's really different looking.
That's like a very funky looking Alco for sure.
he's got the flat top.
Man. But
Also, U.S. Navy RS. Let's go.
Surprised they didn't do like an
Sure.
army one.
all right, we ready to move on?
Maybe.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Was that Will?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I love these. Oh.
Hey, are you gonna get like 4 of these and try to recreate the "There Goes a Train" scene, Will?
Dude, you know, like, are you talking like at the very beginning? Like,
Yeah,
where
like right,
taking
like
it?
the last
Yeah.
scene right before Dave introduces himself.
It's so amazing that you know that and that everyone in this hobby knows that scene and knows what that is from. But like, I was
That
talking. What's up?
That video was basically walking propaganda of both modern Amtrak and Santa
Yep.
Fe.
Oh yeah.
I'm here
So
to say
personally,
I don't
for
know what you're referencing. I'm sorry.
you
There
got
Goes a Train.
Yeah, I
Go
don't
look
know
it up.
what
That was like one of the most staple pieces.
Dude, how
of
old are you?
Early 90s.
I'm
How old are
28. You got a problem with that?
I mean, I'm
Yes,
31,
actually.
dude. We're kind of in the same era.
No.
Uh,
For me, I grew up with VHS tapes of Thomas, and that was really about it. To be fair,
I think
that and
There
Brain
Goes a Train
magazines I grew up with.
was a VHS. But
Yeah.
to answer your question, Lark, I really do think so. I think out of and everyone who knows me, I go crazy for Steam. I hardly go crazy for Diesel. This is one that I'm going to go insane for. I mean, and honestly, to all Santa Fe lovers everywhere, I mean, we can say we have not seen this locomotive prototypically accurate in O scale before. It's never happened. I think like way back when Williams had like a shell that you can mount on like it wasn't right. But this, it's going to be done right. It's going to look the part. Yeah, for sure. This is a home run for me. I'm definitely getting a couple of these for sure.
I may
Summer of
get one.
2027.
Wife permitting, of course.
Which one would you get, Larkin?
Oh, easily the Santa Fe one. So, for those that don't know, there's a interesting backstory of these. So, there's a lot of footage of them, obviously in the late '80s, early '90s. You know, them pulling freight, but people don't really realize these engines were originally designed in the late '60s because Santa Fe was phasing out some of their F units, and they wanted a second generation of passenger because, unlike all the other railroads, they were still fully invested in their passenger trains. So they had what was called the U-28CG, which was effectively a passenger variation of the U-28s. Santa Fe didn't like that they looked too modern, they looked too freightish, so they sent a request over to both EMD and GE to give them an engine that looks like a passenger locomotive. And so what they came up with were the first two, what were called Cal units type locomotives, at least from that era onwards, which was basically where your front end still looked like a normal freight one, but the body was completely covered. So there was like no platforms, nothing. So it was like basically a giant shell. But if I recall correctly, unlike the F units, the Cal body wasn't necessarily part of the structure the way that the F units and E units were. So it was basically you put it basically just a giant shell, and then that was it. So yeah, I agree with you, Gizmo. I don't think you can ever go wrong with war bonnets. So
nah, it's a classic, man. It's
Mhm.
it's just classic. It's
Well,
elegant. It's beautiful.
But what makes this even more exciting was the fact that when Santa Fe and /B and the SEF was phasing out the FP45s because they were going into getting more GE locomotives, every single one that was in operation at the time got preserved. There was only one that did not, and that was in the El Cajon accident in December of 1994. It was part of a runaway train that got absolutely destroyed.
Jeez. Coming
That
out
was
with history, Larkin, for Santa Fe. Are you sure your favorite
Well-
railroad is not Santa Fe?
So
I
here's the
love it.
worst part. Speaking of Cajon Pass, it wasn't just one accident, not two, 3.
Well,
What?
I'm talking
Three,
these
three,
involving
three of
Santa Fe.
them,
Well,
as in like 3 of them in like a 10-year span.
89,
Oh,
94,
yeah.
96.
The 90s were wild here in California.
Well, here's the thing. You have to think about the 89 one. It's well known. That was an SP one that, basically speaking, half the locomotives didn't work. And basically the crew lied, at least the clerk management lied about how much weight the freight train actually was. And then the later two, well, the second one was a Union Pacific getting rear-ended by a heavy Santa Fe freight train that basically somewhere along the line, air got kinked out and they couldn't stop. Thankfully, everyone on both of those trains survived. Then the third one was a runaway train that basically had like a lot of toxic pesticides in them, and it, two of the crew members got killed, but the one driver that stayed inside the locomotive was critically injured, but he survived.
Wow.
So, but it was that accident that they ended up overhauling the guidelines for emergency braking, specifically
Well,
when
I'm
it
trying
came
to think. The third one was the one that basically had that chemical explosion near that town that's
Mhm.
nearby that particular grade, I think.
Yeah.
I
You're thinking of
remember
San
you
Bernardino.
talking. Yeah, I remember hearing about this in Seconds from Disaster on National Geographic. Now this is starting to
Yes.
make more sense. Yes.
I remember
Um,
the train wrecks documentary with Sheriff John Bonnell.
Well,
Yes.
here's a question: is anyone getting these? And if so, how many?
I like them. The problem is that like it's the price.
Oh, but okay, let's go. Come on, what's up?
All right.
Because
How
I
much
have an
are they?
MTH one. I have an MTH one.
They
I don't
made
even
an
know,
MTH
honestly.
FP40. Am I mistaken? I
F
thought that they did
F45s. They
not.
were F45s
F45 Rail King scale.
because they were originally.
However,
the 90s.
However, the only issue with it is that they put the wrong size fuel tank on the MTH one.
Oh, but it's not the same. Come on.
Hey, here's
But
You know you
this
want
one's
it.
going to be prototypical. So
Dan,
if
here's
you're going to get one,
one.
just get
You
that.
see this Wisconsin Central?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
was
saw that. I'm like,
Central.
oh,
Really
that's
cool.
tempting.
Dude, did you see check it out.
Or-
Look at Wisconsin Central. The cab window is extended. Do you see that? It looks like an air
Oh
conditioner.
yeah.
That's weird.
Cab windows.
Look
Hey.
at that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, and I
That-
see Milwaukee Road.
It looks it looks like a helicopter like on sometimes in the UH-60s they have that bubble like where the pilot can take a look. That's actually pretty cool looking. So Dan, I do see what you're saying. However, I will say this. When I unboxed the Genesis this year, did you get the Genesis this year? Did you get any of the Sunset Third Rail Genesis or Chargers?
I did not know.
Okay.
I did not.
When I unboxed it, the price went out like it wasn't even a thing for me. Meaning like not for me, but like to people who have them, they just forget because they're just like, this is a piece of art. It's just great. Like, because I thought you have a couple of Sunsets, don't you, brother?
See, I think I have 2 Great Northern locomotives and then a Union Pacific locomotive. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, the quality is going to be there. And if it's on the prototype, it's going to be on the model. And so like all those, like I'm like looking right now, like all the truck detail, the little rotating beacon light, the grab irons, the walkways, all that stuff is going to be there. And the thing is too, man, the paint is going to be accurate, which as a Santa Fe, or even as a Milwaukee Road person, we can all appreciate that. If it's going to come from here, it's going to come accurate. It's going to be good.
Yeah. And the thing that I like the most about it is the fact that I love how Sunset is taking their time with a lot of these things. It's like they're not rushing it, like they're taking their time with it. So the thing that makes them in play for me is the summer 2027 timeline. Because at that point for me, second baby will be about a year old and financially I'll be in a much better situation, but ultimately it's too far out to say for sure for me.
By that time I'll be getting ready for PCSing from Carson to hopefully Kansas.
There you go.
Summer 27, man. You do have to wait and I will be like, I totally forgot about the Genesis, and I was like, oh,
Ooh.
Genesis is coming. So
So
these are cool too.
Yeah. Staying with Santa Fe, SDF 40-2, which was formerly the SDP 40. So, Will, do you know how these came into Santa Fe's hands?
Not necessarily.
Oh, guess what? You're gonna have a quick election. You're gonna have a quick.
I'm strapped in now.
We're gonna be here all night.
So basically speaking, Amtrak was having a locomotive shortage issue, specifically when it came to switch yards. So they actually got I think it was like 40 or 50 locomotives from Santa Fe that were either SW switchers, as well as some CF 7s on there. So they got a boatload for them, and in exchange, Amtrak was like, "Hey, sure, here, take these Cal units." And so Santa Fe acquired all but like a handful of them, and then they became the SDF 40-2. So they did a lot of things that made them way better than the SDP 40s, which more on that later. So let me pull this up here. So they got rid of the water tank. They put cement in there where it actually had a proper balance on there. They overhauled the lighting system and then they added the grab iron handrails right there, and then they upgraded the steps. So it made them a much more reliable, and they were actually really good locomotive. And one could easily mistaken them for the FP 45s.
Yeah, because I'm looking on Sunset's website right now, and it's interesting you said the modified nose. That's one of the categories that you can get with that locomotive is a modified nose, like where you see where it kind of goes inward and then back out. So that now that dude, I thought I was safe, but now I'm looking at like the 5250 on his website, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like these are so good. But again, like anyone can ask me, do you model modern? I'm like, nah, dude, I do not model modern. But like, this would look so good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks that.
Well, the thing is that they made it to the BNSF era, and then
there's a couple with the patch
and the dynamic rail one, which is now at IRM, which means Dan can go see it anytime he wants to.
Yeah,
that one's at IRM.
Yeah. Dynamic Rail got the F40 and the SDF 40, SDP 40F, and I think their plan is to send it back to its bloody nose.
I thought I saw something at IRM. Is it a Macerich?
It's a Macerich. So the Dynamic Rail. So basically speaking, when BNSF was phasing out the SD40F-2s in favor of streamlining their system. One of them actually got acquired by Maersk and painted into the, I think it was I don't remember what, like very light blue and gray scheme. The one that we all, and then they used that to preserve it. I think they made it as like a dummy unit. I don't think it was actually powered at the time, but anyway, so it got done, and then they sent it to the National Railway Equipment in Mount Vernon. And then it actually ended up getting preserved by Dynamic Rail. And so they ended up keeping the Maersk paint scheme on there. And so they were going to start working on it. And I don't know if they ran out of money and they just felt like as if they just couldn't move forward. So they donated it along with the F40PH over to IRM. And the F40PH is happily running there, which... Can we just take a moment just to say I feel really old, the fact that now we're seeing F40 PHs happily in railroad museums in operation. When during our childhood, they were common runners, whether that's fully powered or cab units.
Yeah. I think that was
Speaking of F40s, though, if Third Rail decided to do those, I'd probably sell my Atlas ones to get those.
Oh, the Metra F40s?
Oh. Well, either Metra F40s or Amtrak Phase 3 F40s.
Ooh. So, speaking of C40Fs, we'll get that.
I'm safe.
Oh, we got the Pooch.
I'm safe.
This is kind of one of those cute-looking engines, or just kind of one of those fugly-looking engines where it's like...
Okay, so for anyone that's tuning in and wonders, what in the world are these? So this was supposed to be the original answer to the SDP-40Fs that Amtrak had, which will be on the next page. So but fun fact, this was the very first locomotive that was specifically designed for Amtrak in mind. The SDP-40Fs was a mix of SD-40 with an F-45 body on there. So this was the first true passenger locomotives built specifically for Amtrak. So they were basically passenger variations of a U-30C, but with a streamlined body on them. And these were the first locomotives to include HEP in the Amtrak system, so where they didn't have to have like a generator, for example. So they could basically just do everything there. So they were pretty useful engines, except for the fact that Amtrak historically didn't always give them the most TLC, and also the truck design was similar to the E60s. The fact that they were more suited for freight, and they really were rough riders on there. Not to mention, too, they weren't, from what I read, they weren't great at air conditioning. Like, they weren't great at keeping the engineers cool. So, and given the fact that they loved putting them in the South, specifically Auto Train and Sunset Limited, yeah, put two and two together. That was not a fun experience.
That sounds like a fun and engaging 12-hour shift right there.
Well, the other thing too is that like eventually Amtrak just started just like let's just get rid of these, and they just so happened to bump into the F40s, which they happened to step upon completely by accident, by how good they were at the time.
So and the Pooches, so they in a way they were a bust, but they did make it through into the early 90s, but it was a shame that not a single one got preserved. That would have been kind of cool to see that.
I've never even heard of this locomotive. Like,
so if you go to Amtrak Guide 365, he does a fantastic job explaining it. I can send you the link to it as well. So
it's very interesting looking. It's interesting. Like,
it's
if you buy this locomotive
because of the Poochie nose that it's got.
I think,
and also the
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
And also because of the wording P30CH, if from a distance it looks like it says Pooch.
I think that if you order one of these or any of like the interesting looking Sunset models, it's gonna attract more eyes because it's different. Like everyone knows Big Boy, everyone knows FEF, Daylight, Genesis. Super Chief. You put a Pooch on the layout, they're like, whoa, what is that? Oh, hey, that's the Pooch. It's like, oh, what? What's that? And they're talking to me about it. So I really like that they're doing all these interesting models, because I'm looking at the expanded view on their website. It's really interesting looking. It's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's address the one that started it all. The SDP-40F. So I've been waiting to ask this $1 million question. This is Jay, if you're watching this, I want to ask you, will these things derail as much as their real counterparts do? Because if so, then they will be the most accurate Amtrak engines in O gauge.
You gotta make like one of like the axles just like spread apart a little bit, so that way it just derails itself.
No, you gotta get like a very light passenger car right behind it. Take off one of the wheels on the back trucks and just have it wobble, 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 wobble,
yeah.
baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. But but I always liked the bloody nose on the SDP-40Fs. So
wow.
And basically, EMD at that time did not believe that this company was going to last very long. So they were like, here, we'll just give you an F-45 and an SD-40-2 motor, but with an F-45 on body. So let's take a look here. So I mean, they were big locomotives, especially for passenger. So you got your long F-45 body, and then you've got the giant water section in the back, because at that time, all your passenger cars were still steam heated, so you needed to have that water there. So, but let me address the elephant in the room for those that don't know about these engines. These were extremely notorious for derailing. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that because the engine was so big and the passenger cars were so light, if it rattled too much, it was going to derail. And you have to remember too, this is like the mid 70s. Like this is like the darkest of dark ages for freight railroading, and the track conditions were not the greatest at that time, specifically on the East Coast. So if you end up getting that thing over 100 miles an hour and it's like bumping and rocking, there's a high likelihood it's going to derail. And as Eric Siegel said them best, they were basically the problem child of Amtrak from the beginning. They were meant to replace all the F&E units they inherited. It was going to be the long-term one. But then they were like, oh, F this. This is not going well at all. And then when the F40s came along, they're like, oh, this absolutely looks good. So, okay, STP40S. All right, yep, get out of here. We're going with the F40s.
Well, yeah, because like I was saying, is that at least for the F40s, that was kind of found out by completely accident by Amtrak that they were that good.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Well, there was two reasons for it. Well, I mean, first off, they realized the STP40F was crap. I really want to say another word, but I don't want to.
I know what you're talking about.
but the biggest one,
we all want to say it, Lark. We all want to say it.
Yeah. But the biggest reason by far was in the late 70s, there was a giant winter storm system that plagued most of the Midwest and the East Coast. And steam heated equipment was deemed useless. And for some reason, the F40s handled that perfectly. And then Amtrak, we realized, oh, we found our long-term solution. Okay, get these old pieces of junk out of here. We're embracing the F40s.
I'll try the F40s at the time, weren't they? I'm trying to think. They were designed for a different purpose. Well,
they were basically for short haul and then for the Northeast Corridor going from New York to Boston. Because at that time, people don't realize that portion was not electrified. So Amtrak ended up taking over, at least via diesels, up until they electrified it.
Wow.
Lark, tell me you're an Amtrak foamer without telling me you're an Amtrak foamer. I've learned more about Amtrak in 20 minutes than I think I've had in my entire life.
Well, if you watch Amtrak Guys 365, you would know a lot of this stuff too.
I've seen a couple of his videos. They're good. It's not my thing.
Used to binge watch that stuff on lunch breaks.
I like TDK's
comment.
Now we're getting into freight here. Now we're getting into some good stuff here. This is the real moneymaker here, okay?
The death of the steam locomotive.
Oh, that's harsh.
I kind of wish that we would have just continued with a steam and diesel generation for like at least a good 50 to 60 years, but no, I guess not.
Well, World War II prevented the slaughter of steam locomotives from happening sooner.
Yeah.
Because I think if I recall correctly, I think they gave preference to the West. I think it was the West Coast that got the diesels first because of the use of the oil, because they needed the oil to use for the war effort.
Wow.
I love the FT. The FT is like one of my favorites, so I'm like,
well, that means you should get a set, Cody.
Especially, come on.
Even has the demo unit. Let's go. Heck yeah.
Especially with that paint scheme. And I know you were mentioning earlier if they would do a green. I think in their last pamphlet that they offered, there was enough people who wanted a different paint scheme of a specific loco that 2 days later is like, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to do this. So that really obscure green, almost, in my opinion, is kind of like Denver Rio Grande. Dude, message them. They'll be
you
like,
know what?
hey.
You know what? Hold on. Well, let me find that image. I'm sorry. I'm going to get on my phone here, but I do want to show you guys this green color. It's really cool.
Okay.
All right.
I want to be on my phone right now, so I'm going to act like I'm not.
All right. Here. So moving on. So current diesel reservation open. So GP30s, FMs, F7s. The B23s. The one I'm really anxious about is the BQs. the BQ 23-7. If I end up being the only one that's like, hey, I have this, then guess what? It'll be teaching time with the Trains of Lark.
Yeah,
That's the weird flat nose kind of looking one, right?
Yeah, the one that everyone says is an ugly engine, and yet it looks better looking than a Siemens Charger.
Well, that's a pretty low bar to begin with there, Lark.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
I
hearing the Amtrak guys coming in with pitchforks. Right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, ask them to see if they can get a Charger to work in a blizzard, and then.
Funny thing is that I was down in like one of our main cities in the Detroit area, and I happened to see a Charger with like a good consist, and I'm like, oh, it must be stopped at the station. No, they had the car separated from the train, and I'm like, why would they do that? And now I'm thinking,
on point.
it's probably broken down.
SD70 Aces, let's go, guys! Come on now.
Spring.
Oh yeah, man! They're coming out with all those paint schemes. I think they're doing the NS Heritage and UP Heritage, all of them. That's incredible.
Get the NS while you can, because if they end up
Yes.
UP merges, which is their
Whoa.
friendly way of saying they're
It's never
buying.
going to happen.
Well, here's something really dumb. So what if, at the peak of like basically when they're about to finalize it, they both just say, "Oh, we're actually not going to do it."
I would not be surprised.
So much the ICC's
That would
No,
be
they're
the
gonna come after you, man.
craziest thing
I-
I would ever seen from a merger.
So here's the thing: people are comparing this like, oh, they let CP and KCS submerge. Well, first of all, CP and Kansas City Southern was by far the smallest Class 1 railroad out there. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, Canadian Pacific. Yes, it's a big one, but they didn't have a very large presence in America to begin with. I mean, really, they're basically living off of what was left of the Soo Line. That's basically what Canadian Pacific is in the United States. Soo Line, Milwaukee Road system, and that's basically it, which is basically like Minnesota, Upper Midwest. So with the merger, I mean, it made sense. But with UP and NS, the problem I think that they're going to have is it's going to make BNSF and CSX forced to do something. And I think if STB, Surface Transportation Board, says yes, I think that there's going to be a few things. Number one, I think there's going to be a massive lawsuit from CSX or BNSF, or probably every single Class 1 railroad, including CN and CPKC.
Would you throw in Class 2s and 3s as well for a lawsuit?
Well, which leads me to my next part. I think they are going to say, yes, you can do this, but you have to get rid of this amount. Personally, if I'm the STB, I'll say, look, if you end up merging, you basically have to abandon everything you inherited from Conrail. So,
Yeah.
get no access to New York, and then let that be its own railroad. And what if you want to bring back the Conrail or build a brand new regional railroad because you need, in my opinion, you need to have 3 West Coast and 3 East Coast railroads. That's my honest opinion. I had no problem with the CPKC merger because they were two of the smallest Class 1 railroads. UP is way too big. And in my opinion, if our country decides they want to start breaking apart these big giant companies, I think UP is going to be one of the most vulnerable. I think they're going to be one of those companies that the government look at them and say, "I'm sorry, you're too big. You need to break down."
Well, also, one of the other things, too, if you look at UP's track record, it's not a merger. It's a takeover.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily true when they merged with the Rio Grande / Southern Pacific. Because technically, it was Rio Grande management that took over UP. But they ended up but they felt that the UP brand had better recognition than SP or Rio Grande did. So really, UP got swallowed up by Rio Grande system. They just so happened to end up going with the UP name. So, but I do think that this one's going to have a lot more hurdles, and I would not be surprised if there's a massive lawsuit going up against this, because this
I would
one's
think so, because one of the other things I would say too is that one of my fears I have is if it could eventually go. Let's say this goes through, then it could be a scenario where CSX and BNSF merge. Next thing you know, everybody merges into one, nationalized, and there's a complete monopoly of the entire United States.
And
Gizmo said it. He's like, it's just a monopoly. Yeah,
Dystopian.
gonna happen.
Mhm.
It's all gonna be absorbed into Netflix and
yeah,
Paramount
never
Plus.
forget
Sorry,
Don't you
I
just
think
like
it's
how we
kind of
went from
UP.
like a UP SD70 to this now?
The
No,
doors
it's just-
literally opened.
Yeah.
but I think UP and NS are gonna have a harder time with this one. And here's the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
too. I think if they do end up merging, I think number one, probably if you have a Democratic leadership after 2028, I think you're gonna run into a lot of problems. I'll be honest. Number two, I think you're gonna see a whole bunch of regional railroads form in from this. I mean, I would not be surprised if short lines like Reading and Northern acquire a bunch more portions. I would not be surprised.
Whoa.
See, that's good for me
BMW
because that's like my favorite Class 2 railroad ever.
Yeah, RC Corman and Tennessee.
New York Susquehanna and Western,
Mhm.
and those are at least the one, Willing and Lake Erie. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up acquiring more. Yep,
Wow.
one large.
The funniest thing is that it seems like most of the Class 2s and 3s take better care of their railroads than the Class 1s.
That's because they're not
I've
really-
also
It's true.
heard that.
No.
I've also heard that.
As somebody who used to work on the railroad, yes. And at least in Class 2 and Class 3s, you actually are like a person to management. Whereas if you're in a big old Class 1 like UP as I was, they don't give a shit about you or anybody else. You are real.
They
you are
care about the profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom dollar, baby.
So well,
they
and
care
also
about
too when you have basically a Railroad Hall of Fame owner in Muller Jr. I can't remember Ed
Andy
Muller.
Muller?
Yeah, Andy Muller. Andy Muller. That's what I was thinking of. When you have probably one of the greatest railroad bosses of all time, at least in the last 30 years, in Andy Muller, of course you're going to be very good.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Andy Muller, I just want to thank him endlessly for just what he did with the Steam program so far.
Please give
What's
us
my
425
favorite locomotive?
with its, 90 lookalike. I hated when they got rid of it. Looked like in my opinion, it looked like a retarded Blue Comet when they brought it back out in 08.
Wait, which one? The
425.
Are you talking about the really light blue
Yes.
paint scheme? That one was a little too bright for me. The best paint scheme
Based.
it's had so
It was
far
so
is like
good.
the dark, almost navy blue look with the silver smoke box and the centered headlight.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here before we go into the Fox News of railroading. So F7s. Okay.
The only thing I'm critiquing right now is it does not appear to have blue Nami in 3-rail.
I'm gonna check Third and Townsend's website, but I believe you're correct, Dan.
But the only reason I know they are not is because it's just a little too late to put it in as of right now.
Oh,
All right, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that blue bonnet, yellow stripe, it looks good.
dude,
So
I
there's-
already have.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, if the WP one was not offered, I'd probably get that myself.
So Will, I gotta show you something.
Oh yeah, that
What's
F7 is mine.
I gotta
too,
show you
so-
something.
Hold on, I'm getting over there. I will say though, I think I'm safe because I have the Lionel ABBA F3 in the in that freight paint scheme.
Yeah, but
And
which one?
What do you mean which one?
Alright.
I have
Well, because there's a couple blue bonnets.
Yeah.
so I have the blue and yellow. I have the blue and silver and yellow, which is blue bonnet, maybe the yellow bonnet, and then I think that's about it. I thought that's all that they came out. It's been a long time since I've taken a look in that book, but I think I'm okay because here's the other thing too. I think don't they just offer in their Third and Townsend website just the unit themselves, not the
Yep.
actual ABBA.
I think they do, yeah.
which I'll be
Where
honest.
did Cody
like,
go?
I think he just went. Maybe he went to the restroom or something, brother.
Okay. There you
No,
go.
That's
Hold
what he
on.
did. Ooh.
Yeah, dude. I got those. I'm okay.
Okay, you do have them. I was gonna say, like, dude, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm just gonna maybe a little hot take, but I think these are the better looking
Yes.
blue bonnets than like the cat whisker or like the what is it, the full blue and then like the yellow.
You think they're better than the
Whiskers.
cat whisker? Whoa.
Those are
Dude.
some fighting words.
Well,
Yo.
listen, we don't standardize opinions. We have diverse.
All right. I gotta say, and that's the thing though, man. Like, because when I got the cat whiskers, and when I got the cat whiskers, I was like, oh my god, these are so incredible. They're amazing. And then, oh hey, we're coming out with the yellow bonnets. Oh hey, we're coming out with the blue bonnets. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then now,
But that was the
finally-
craziest thing is when Lionel was just like, okay, here's yellow, blue, and now we got the more traditional ones. I'm like, whoa, slow down.
Yeah, it's
All right,
it's
boys.
rough.
This is a massive catalog. Holy cow! I didn't think it
All
was
right, boys. So I skipped
yeah.
through the stuff that they've already released earlier
Okay.
just for time's sake. So let's go ahead and let's go to the big Steam. So first off,
Lark,
well
you need
done,
to get one
Jay.
of these.
If I let's just
That
say
was so
it was-
fast.
In your neck of the woods. How do you not?
Come on, Lark, do
well,
it.
depends on what my two kids decide to do.
They want you to buy it.
What if they're in on it?
They will tell you, buy it, Dad. Come on.
Yeah.
All brass construction.
That's how I got strong armed into getting that Vision pre-war set for Kyle. Santa was just like, "Hey, I got more at the North Pole." I'm like, "All right, fine, I guess." Your kid's gonna want it, dude. Trust me.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's skip these out of here. Yes, thank you. I love this. I absolutely love that this one's in here. In my opinion, well, shoot, it won't let me zoom in closer. In my opinion, this should have been a Vision line type of product that Lionel did. So
I would think so.
A Vision locomotive?
a Vision line Flying Scotsman series.
That's a
Whoa.
hard ask,
Hard.
buddy. That's a
Well-
really hard ask.
Whoa.
Yes, it is the Scotsman. However, it is
but-
British.
So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
All right,
Vision
all right,
line-
Lark, I'll let you cook.
So Vision line was originally meant to be obscure and what the heck is this type of locomotives? I mean,
Yeah.
is DC series, the Santa Fe 210-10-2s, the Baldwin Centipedes. You did have the gen sets, which bless their heart, they're like almost nowhere to be found now. You had the GE Evolution series, and then that's when they started getting into the more common ones, like the Hudson, the Challenger, the big boys. And then you still have your niche ones like the triplexes, your Baldwin Centipedes. So the Flying Scotsman, would have been really cool to kind of show off some of the neat capabilities. And you look at the different variations. I mean, you do the USA tour, you have the bell right there because of the real
that
one.
is
The bell.
Cool. Yeah.
Let me scroll back up here and let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So look right there. That's the American Bell. So in the late 60s, when they brought the Flying Scotsman over to kind of celebrate trading between UK and the US, basically it had to meet the FRA guidelines in order to make it here. So
Oh
you see it's
wow.
got American style coupler. You got the cowcatcher.
Right.
It actually had a 3-chime whistle on there. It actually sounded really good.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'm
Yeah,
taking a
for-
look
I'm
at
sure there's
this.
video of that whistle on there somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Now that I've started like look at it, that USA tour, it's pretty cool because like the headlights there, that bell, the cowcatcher, it's like
I love the Australian tour version one. I'm open to seeing how that one turns out because I had a DVD set called Flying Scotsman in Australia that I like spammed on my VCR, and it was really cool just watching it. But the American
Is
one
it
was
the one on the top right you're talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, because I thought that was like the American one, but no, that's
So the top right one, this one right here, yeah, that's the American one.
oh okay.
What's funny was it got stuck in
It almost got sold for
America.
scrap.
Yep, because Britain basically cut off the finances for it.
Well, I will tell you this: if the Americans scrapped that locomotive and it wasn't saved, I think you would have looked at another World War III.
No British, no trains. What they call them, train spotters in UK.
Well,
absolutely.
Because like for the UK, I'm assuming for like the UK, this is their baby, the Flying Scotsman. And if the Americans scrapped them, I can tell you for sure the UK would have cut us off completely, or they wouldn't have been very, very happy at all.
But so yeah, I don't really.
I remember correctly. The Flying Scotsman was when it did get stuck. It was stuck in with WP and all that. So that's kind of funny. Funny little thing.
Well, and so
yeah, Cody, do you have anything to say about that?
Well, there was a guy
scrapped it when we had the chance.
Well, there was a guy named Mr. William McAlpine. He stepped in and he basically paid off all the debt and was able to get it back in the UK. What's crazy was that it went through. What in the world, Gizmo? So will it be?
Tom's talking about crumpets too. I'm talking about tea time.
It'll be beans on toast.
But speaking wise, when they returned the engine back to the UK, they realized, despite the fact that the engine had been stored away in the US, kind of gaining rust, it actually was still in really good condition. And took it less than a year later, it was back operating again.
Wow!
So it was really impressive how the Brits were able to do that. So the Australian tour one was crazy because it wasn't even supposed to go down to Australia. That engine was supposed to be in the Mallard, but what would happen was it was its 50th anniversary of when it became the world's fastest steam locomotive. So it was its 50th anniversary of that. So the government said, no, here, we'll give you the Flying Scotsman instead. So basically, Flying Scotsman was a plan B option.
Still not a bad option.
No.
Oh, no. It's like getting rejected for the big boy, and then you end up like, hey, you want the J or you want the daylights? So it's still a good option.
I'll take either.
Yeah.
Well, I will say between the if it came down to like a plan B and it was between the 4449 and the J, I would have to go with the 4449 because the last time I saw it was in 2009 as a kid. I would love to see it again.
Michiganders got spoiled to the core.
Dude,
that year.
So what you should have came up then to Michigan if you were able.
I don't know how Jason Johnson was able to pull that off, and at least Doyle McCormick was able to get that all the way to Michigan, and that was basically like a Lima Fest.
See, the one thing I'm kind of hoping at some point is up here in Michigan we could have something again like that.
So
at some point.
I'm going to jump around here for just a second because this is relevant for the conversation. We're jumping over here.
Oh my God!
Ooh,
let's go. But are we going to jump back to the other locomotives?
Yeah.
Yes, we need to.
So I feel like since we're talking about the Daylight series, we might as well go ahead.
So one thing to point out, for the first time ever, they are doing the return trip of the American Freedom Train, which is the Amtrak special.
Yes.
For the first time in, I think, either an O scale or ever.
I think it's the first time ever. It's never been offered in O scale, and from my understanding, I don't think it's been offered ever as officially licensed.
What's kind of shocking is Lionel didn't even think to do this one.
Mm-mm.
So here's a bombshell for you, Will. This might absolutely shock you.
Okay.
So when it was in its American Freedom Train, for like a couple of trips, 4449 was a member of the Southern Railway Steam Program.
A member of the Southern.
That's right. Yep, it actually was part of the Southern Steam Program for a couple of train rides.
In this paint scheme?
In that paint scheme.
In the 70s?
Yeah. Late 70s, early 80s. Yes, sir.
I did not know
where
that.
did it tour?
I think it was, if I read it correctly, I think it was somewhere in the New Orleans area, like in that region.
It's like,
okay, that would make sense.
Yeah.
You got some proof?
So,
Oof.
I have to ask.
I think Cody's triggered.
Well, and this is a serious question, at least in terms of the paint scheme. So, obviously, so when they brought the American Freedom Train scheme back after 9/11, was it exactly like the 76 scheme, or did they do like a brighter blue or brighter or red?
There were some changes to it, like biggest things that like I'm taking a look at like right now. The blues were a little bit different. The white walls versus, or not the white walls, but the coloring on the driving wheels and stuff like that. Some of the jacketing closer towards the, because I'm taking a look at it right now, jacketing towards the boiler front. There were just some changes. Overall, it was more or less the same, but it was something that, unfortunately with 9/11 that happened, they put it on as like to unite the United States and to unite, everyone in Americans and stuff.
And fun fact, so since we're on the topic of 9/11, let me at least bring something back here. I'm just bouncing around this because I want to bring up a good point. So you notice the UP's modern scheme. This originally started with the American flag in the middle, originally as it commemorates the victims of 9/11. But what ended up happening was UP liked it so much they made it permanent.
Yes, they did.
See, well, I think they did just change it recently.
They did. It was in the last.
Yeah, in the summer of 2023, they changed the logo because holy cow, this was a big thing in UP when I was working there. They changed the logo, and I'll tell you from crews that I talk with, they were like, "Why are we doing this? Like, there's nothing wrong with the flag."
Well, because like,
from what I heard from it's more of an insult because they made it smaller and it wasn't like the big thing that you saw on the side of the train itself. So,
well, another thing too is that I guess if I remember this correctly, the reason why they changed is because like the flag or like the wings on the front, got faded. I'm like, but wouldn't that just mean that you don't take care of your locomotives? Oh no, we can't talk about that.
Oh yes, deferring maintenance. Never.
No, we never do that. Because like
our trains barely run.
Dude, like it seems like all the class ones, there's something always that seems to be wrong with them.
PSR, precision scheduled railroading.
Or
dude, it's really bad when the class 2s are more efficient than the class 1s.
Yeah.
PSR, you mean pretty railroading?
Oh yeah, I'm just like, okay, so we take like a 100-car train and we turn it into a 200 with a unit in there. I'm like, but wait, wouldn't that just mean that it's going to probably more likely to break? A coupler or something like, I don't know.
Okay, so we got a whole bunch. Oh, we got GS5.
Is there any WP?
Kind of like 2020 up in here now, back with the GS series.
WP? Question mark?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's okay. Hey,
but they did talk about it. It's not out of the question. I do remember Jay talking about that. It's not out of the question. But yeah, this one is made with black and daylight scheme GS4s and GS5s.
So,
but very great
daylights.
So I do want to talk real quick about something on the Freedom Train, because Captain Andy posted something pretty interesting in my opinion that I think we need to kind of talk about. If you scroll down real quick to the right above the QR code, it says early 2027. From what my understanding is, what Jay was mentioning, and that little bracket production schedule, they are able to potentially move things around to where if enough people order this, they could potentially move it so where we can get it in 2026 to celebrate the 250th. Right now, as it stands, I do think it's a little late to announce any, and I hate to say this because I love AFT. I think it's a little too late for us to announce anything AFT because we won't be able to celebrate it. We'll be able to celebrate it in 2027, but by the time that happens, it's already kind of too late. And you want to be part of.
If I remember correctly, I think the celebration, extended to like the first half of 1977 when 200th anniversary. So technically, you still could.
Technically.
Technically.
There you go, Dan.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give some hope. Okay, I'm
No,
trying.
I understand that. I understand that. Because with every fiber in my body, like I was at least hoping with Lionel, we get the T1s back. At least with the T1s, because
Look. I think it's almost a guarantee they're going to come back next year. There's no question about it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I mean,
Hopium
I
being
would be
huffed
shocked
right now
if they
is
don't do it next
insane.
year.
The hopium being huffed right now.
Well, my hope is that Lionel.
Yeah, perfect.
I hope they're. Yeah.
Here, let me pull it up.
So this is important. So I think what Jay is doing, because he saw, and this is just like a business thing, because I even talked to Lionel. I was like, hey, Ryan, because I was getting desperate. I was getting desperate for a GS4. I needed one. I was like, hey, are you guys coming out with a Vision? It makes sense. He's like, no, it's too close. So the market was there. The market was needing a Freedom Train. MTH just came out with one last year, but the market was still there. So it was open. So I definitely think this is a good idea to bring this out. And what Gizmo was saying, as long as more people get on board, especially with the fact that like they put out, oh hey, if you pre-order this right now, free Balloonami upgrades. Like there's $75 saved.
Oh,
right
that's
there.
a deal.
That's
Yeah,
a deal.
holy cow.
100% a deal. I will be very honest. I was talking to Tattoo Trains, and him and I were going back and forth. Like,
Oh,
hey,
he's
brother,
awesome.
yeah, brother, did you order it? And he's like, nah, I didn't order them. Are you gonna? I'm like, nah. And then finally, he's like, I'm cooked. I already ordered it. I'm like, there you go.
Peer pressure.
Let's go.
Suckered me into it.
But actually, speaking of American Freedom Train, what I'm assuming what they're going to do with the 4449 is painted in the American Freedom Train colors. I'm assuming, because that'd be quite strange if they did.
I really hope, and I think, because I was going to kind of chime into that UP, and I'm not trying to start back that conversation. That was wild. But, I mean, didn't we all see a picture of Ed Dickens on the Horseshoe Curve? So
Yeah,
he was there. He was
yeah.
there.
If you put 2 and 2, what I'm thinking,
he's already hinted at that's going to be a thing.
But here's my thing: is that I think regardless if the merger happens or doesn't happen, I think it's still going to happen either way.
Please,
at least for the UP going on.
Please do the very manly thing and let Big Boy
just do thing. Just one thing. Just have a Big Boy go on the Horseshoe Curve.
Oh, So first of all, rest in peace to every innocent soul that thinks going the Horseshoe Curve and Big Boy there is going to be a good idea, because let me be blunt, it's going to be a foamer's nightmare.
Now, at least for me personally, I'm going to go there at least 3 hours early just to get a spot.
Hey.
No, Dan, you're going to have to be there probably like a week in advance.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you're talking about just to get on the curve?
Foamers, and Big Boy foamers are a different breed of people.
So, second thing is that there's three places I would love to see this at. Number one, Steam Rating Institute. How cool would it be to have it come visit 1225?
Yes.
2,
now, I will tell you this, Mark.
Cool.
So when the 4449 came around, there was already a bunch of people. But times that by at least 10, that's how you're probably going to get like a good maybe 100,000 plus people there probably on a weekend.
Yeah. Well, the second place I think it would be cool to see it in, well, a lot of this is going to be depending on how the curve situation is. I'd love to see it go say hi to Tennessee Valley Rare Museum.
Now, here regarding the curve, it can do it because back then when the Penske was still around, they had Q2s, T1s,
the duplex families.
Yeah, so I mean, and they roughly have their weight was a little bit similar, if I remember right, to a Big Boy.
Yeah.
So it's possible, and the curves are wide enough for it to navigate.
Yeah. All right.
The only thing I could probably guess as to why there might be concerns is maybe the quality of the rail.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, fancy.
I've been asking for this, and I might pre-order one.
Well,
Delete might from your vocabulary. Just do it.
well,
Come
speaking
on,
of things
Dad,
that
just
might
do
get
it.
everyone's attention, these are not the Jays. They're the little brothers to the Jay.
That's
Hey,
the J class.
maybe Sunset will do what Lionel should have done in 2018, which was actually produce the dang thing.
There it is. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because like the one thing I'm kind of disappointed now with is that I wish Lionel would have just done it anyways, just because,
Do it.
just to do
Do
it,
it. Yeah.
because it would have sold out eventually.
Yeah. Oh, especially in today's audience, it would have.
Oh yeah,
I mean, even I don't know how many of those brass 3200 Northerns but it wasn't more than like 250, and they're individually marked and stuff like that. And I mean, again, it was like
are you
very
talking about
early.
the GS ones?
No. Those are the Santa Fe 282 Mikado 3222.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh
what you're
yeah,
talking
the
about.
brass
Yeah.
Brass
one.
hybrid, yeah.
Speaking of which,
That was in. I feel like the brass hybrid series. That's kind of like the new Vision line. That's the one where they show off the cool new stuff.
If Dan pulls out a brass Pilot 3222, I know I'm going to say I know pretty much where he got that from, because I
Well,
saw one just sell.
so I
I
don't have a
haven't-
pilot. I don't have
Okay.
a pilot,
Oh,
but I do have this.
Good. So I do too. I thought you were about to pull out the Pilot. I was like, the dirty dog. He went to Stout and found it, and I was like, but good, dude. And honestly, out of all those models, don't sell it. Don't ever sell that.
No,
model.
I do not plan on selling it.
No, it's
Along
too
with
good.
so the only model I will never sell till the day I die is the BR44.
You have wait, BR44. Hold on.
Be right back. Be right back.
Deutschland.
It's lecture time with Dan. Dan with the brand.
Oh, that's the one.
Deutschland, baby.
That's the red, and that's the MTH one, right?
Yep.
It is.
Dude, I saw a video with RJ. He lost it on that video. Like people are
isn't it funny?
looking for that locomotive.
Since we're talking about European, isn't
All
it
right, you
interesting
guys
that
ready
it
to
was-
see it?
Yeah.
Dude, come
Oh
on.
yeah.
Hey, Dan's representing his German heritage right there.
I am
That's
part
awesome.
German, or at least a little bit German from my grandfather.
That's pretty
But-
awesome.
So
Auf
isn't it funny?
Wiedersehen.
I still to this day will never understand why it was Sunset and not MTH that made the Flying Scotsman when they were making so many.
I will still never understand that, Lark. That should have been the
Yeah.
first thing MTH should have done.
I mean, TGV, Mallards,
They should have came out with the Mallard.
Oh,
That's-
speaking of Floridians, Matt Strains here, or as I call him on my phone, Little Matt, since Matt Griffith is Big Matt in my phone. So
Oh, there he
we
is.
haven't
How's it
got to
going?
this engine, so we'll get to that in a second here because we're playing catch up here. So Rio.
So,
Grande.
Will, I think you should get one of these too.
Bro,
It's in your neck of the woods, Colorado.
Dude, okay, I just got my first Rio Grande thing a couple of weeks
Those
ago.
actually look really cool.
Oh yeah.
They do look good. If they came out with a Challenger or like the really cool like looking one with the sunburst coming out of the Cowcatcher with that really interesting, it's an articulated. I'd get that. Unfortunately,
So Jay, we have someone that wants to do something.
oh my, I'm begging him to do the 2900. I'm
He
literally-
wants a Challenger that has the safety platform up front.
Dude, I'm begging Jay to do the 2900 class. I'm begging him
Hey,
at this point.
hey, just so you guys are aware, Retro Mikado, who helped out with the catalog, he's gonna be watching this.
Oh,
I'm sure he is.
I'll get a kick if Jay ends up sharing this on Sunset because
This is
See,
cool.
See,
Yeah.
we could be a
it's-
little diplomatic and just be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing." Like,
Yeah. So
well,
and then be like, oh, okay, thank you for the feedback. Now we know what we'll put in our 2027 catalog.
Dude, if they put the 2900, I'm cooked. I'll buy every single locomotive.
Man's gonna be a
record
generation
that.
of
Locomotive.
that.
I would
No,
What are you
want.
gonna, what are you gonna do?
record-
You gonna send your Lionel model and tell them, okay, this is everything that it's supposed to have, and
Dude,
then here,
I have one. I have a 2925, and I have 3 legacy locomotives, and I I can't put them together because they just look so different. But quote me right now, if they bring out freaking the 2900s, I'll buy a lot. I'm not gonna buy all of them.
Oh
But
no! Don't
watch,
backpedal now,
watch
Will.
Jay. Watch
Don't
Jay.
backpedal.
Jay comes out. He's like, oh, just tell me which one you want. There's 2900 through 2929. We'll make all 30. And they're like,
And you're like, wait, how many?
yeah. I'm like, I'll buy a lot. I won't buy all
Well,
30.
so here's the thing I'm kind of curious about. Maybe someone can answer this, but like, in terms of just the vast amount of like road names that are already for each product, I'm curious if it's like he maybe just lumps all the orders into one and he just kind of sends it out like, okay, this this batch is this road name, and he basically takes a clump of orders depending on whatever road name it is, whether if it's like a small or big run. It's like, okay, so this one's this one, this one's that one. Just make however much we have of these orders and just kind of go for it.
That's
that
an
makes sense.
interesting. No, that's interesting because one thing that I'd be interested in knowing and learning a little bit more is the transition from Scott to Jay in regards to quality and control. Because from what I remember, Scott would, I don't know if Scott would get the prototypes, would approve it or send notes versus, we get Kermit the Frog green and hey, call it a good day. So there is a difference though in regards to like, hey, like with these ones or the SPs, right? They have to be perfect, not perfect, but close, because you're paying for museum quality. So like the quality control has to be there. And one thing,
beep?
no, it's my door. I'm at parents' house and they have that secure.
I don't know why for a second I thought that was my house. I'm like, wait, what in the world?
No, but that'd be something interesting to ask Jay is like, hey, in the future or like currently with your next productions, like how are you ensuring quality control? It's like, oh, well, I'm breaking open every model and I'm taking a look.
That's what I'm curious about too.
Yeah. It's interesting for sure. And with
Lionel can be like that Knuckles meme, like approve.
Yeah.
So Lark, real quick before we talk about this engine, can we go back to the Flying Scotsman? I just want to say something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we still need to go to the GSs too.
Yes. So if I'm heavily considering on getting one, if I do get one, it'll either be the modernized British Rail version in the Elephant Ear or the, I guess, what is it? It's like the original style, kind of like the one that's kind of pictured on the bottom right. Yeah, the LNER one.
That's how the Flying Scotsman should be. I don't care. The British Railway. I don't like the fact that it does nothing white on the front of it, because in my opinion, when I think of Flying Scotsman, I think of. Let me see. When I think of the Flying Scotsman, I think of that white face.
Wow.
That's what
that was just the only note I really wanted to say.
All right. Let's get back down. Go ahead.
No, I think honestly, and I'll just say this, and this goes for everything in this catalog, and hopefully to all the people that are watching this, we've all been there at one point or another where we want something, and we've just decided, you know what, I can't pre-order, or I'll wait. But then you wait, and you don't, and then you're guess what you're doing? You're searching.
You're biting yourself in the butt.
You're searching for it. You're putting an eBay save search. You're praying on auctions. You're doing all this. If it's out there, get it. And I'm serious. Like in this hobby, and like this is a hobby, and yes, the prices are what they are. But like you're paying for this type of quality. Like with the Genesis, I wanted a Genesis, so now I can look. I'm like, oh, perfect. Now I see that there goes a train all the time, or sometimes Lionel, like most of the time Lionel gets it right, but in the sense like just get it. Like Larkin wanted the Allegheny, got it, or Dan BR50, got it. Wipeout, he needs to get those F units with the Western Pacific, gets them. You know what I mean? Pure pressure. Good friend.
If you really want it, and you're dead set on it,
Appreciate
just get it. Go for it. Just
Yeah.
you'll figure it out later.
Shoot your shot,
Yeah,
guys.
seriously.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, more daylight.
Anyway,
So
back to our
these
regularly
are,
scheduled program.
yeah. These so I'm
PSA,
pretty
brought to you
excited
by
about
Will.
these. So I'm pretty excited about these because the last time that we saw these in a O scale were the MTH release, and those were the GS4s, and those were released last year. Then the previous years was 2020. If
Mhm.
anyone has one of the 2020s, I can speak for everyone. The colors are not right, and I did not know that they were not right because I'm also colorblind. But it took me until this year meeting a great friend of mine, Wayne Huddleston, who used to work for SP for 30 something years, and I took my beautiful daylight, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful?" He's like, "Yeah, those aren't the right colors," and I'm like, "What?" And then he pulls out the book and is like, "Yeah, see?" I'm like, "Oh no." They will be correct.
So
So,
just out of curiosity, was he just talking about the entirety of the Lino model, or
dude, the whole set. So
really?
when I
Woo!
got my I got a GS4, and then I got all of the 18-inch aluminum passenger cars.
Oh wait,
None
I know
of
what
them
you're
are
talking
right.
about.
None of them are right.
The orange in particular, I think was a little too bright.
Yes. And if you look, like you can see that the daylight colors on that model, they are so much darker. And I can when I go on my shelf, I have an MT4 from Sunset, and then I have it next to my daylight, and I'm like, I'm colorblind and I can tell the difference. So, but it kind of goes back to it, right? So, out of these models, one model that I'm specifically happy about and excited for is Adamas was talking about it on that Eminem
Optimus, yeah.
podcast. He,
Oh,
I guess,
Optimus, yeah.
yeah, he had a custom MTH GS that was made by Carmine with in World War II. It's not just SP. Santa Fe did this too. They put these really cool light shades on the headlights to protect them from reconnaissance planes, potentially from Japan. And the 4450, as delivered from, I think it was from Lima, has that paint scheme in daylight with that light shade, and it's going to be really, really cool. So you guys can put it to the bank. I'm getting
So
that for
would you say the
ever.
GS5 was the best of the GS Daylight series?
In regards to like real life, or in regards to
Real life, real
model?
life.
I mean, because they had the roller bearings, and I mean, if we're talking about like with roller bearings, like, I mean, you think of it like in regards to the Niagara, that locomotive was with roller bearings, and two people can push it. And the Jays were incredibly well balanced, but those also had roller
Oh
bearings.
yeah.
But if I remember correctly, SP only had two because this was an experimental locomotive. I don't know if there was enough to go after in regards to this versus the GS. I think personally the GS4s were probably the best class because there's so many of them that were made and so many that were distributed to throughout. But
If
yeah,
I remember the GS6s, there weren't not the
there
sixes,
weren't.
the fives. The fives in particular, there weren't many of them made.
No, there were not. It was very experimental with the roller bearings, and with the Sunset model, you can see that if you zoom in real quick, Larkin, you won't see the star on the wheel. It'll just be like a circle to kind of like resemble the roller
I am
bearing,
seeing that. Yes.
which that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. So, what's really interesting too, like this is Sunset's GS series. So you're getting, your GS4s, you're getting your GS5s, you're getting it in daylight, you're getting it in War Baby, you're getting it skirted, unskirted, getting half and half. It's pretty cool, and they're going to be prototypically accurate. I mean, like one thing specifically is just taking a look at the pilot on those two locomotives right in front of you. You see that on the daylight it has that nice ribbing, the silver ribbing, versus on the one on the right, it's just the sloped regular silver pilot because those ribbings were too much maintenance. And so they just like, nah, we're done with that. We're just going to go to a pilot. And that's how they look. So it's really cool that you're seeing all these like little different prototypical things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna
All
get one for
All
sure.
right, and here's the moment that Matt Trains has been waiting for from us. Yes.
Like I said earlier, Lark, you need to get one of these. It's in your
So
area.
here's
On
the
chat.
thing. My wife and I, we were actually planning to go to it next month. Um, the daylight has been. We got some comments here while we're working on this. So
It's funny. Gizmo's like, yeah, it's funny. Gizmo. I was kind of like just like listening in the background, and then all of a sudden it's like,
this is a good question from Secondhand. So the daylight has been done so many times. Is this one going to be really accurate enough and detailed enough to overcome? It's a good question. Yeah, he makes a good point.
so I think it will. So as I own.
Especially if it's going to have Blue Nami.
So here's the thing. I have, and it's not like a brag, but like in the regards to, like besides the 2900, the GS is my favorite. I have a GS1, two GS4s, MTH GS4. Those are not in comparison in regards to a third rail locomotive. The detail is just, it's insane. It's like, it's I don't know. It's like a really nice Movado watch versus a Rolex. They're both great watches, but one is just a staple piece. You're like, holy cow, like that thing is great. But the issue though, I have a feeling that if I get a Sunset model daylight, if you know their policy, the doors are going to open for cars, and everyone knows Golden Gate Depot cars are insanely, they're mortgages. That's insane. So it's going to be a slippery slope.
All right, so I'm going to fast forward here a little bit just so we're still within time. First off,
dude, get one.
That's what I'm saying, Matt.
Matt, you
got to peer
to
pressure him a little more.
You need to let him know every single day.
What I was trying to say was the fact that we were planning to go next month to see it, but when she got pregnant, it was like, yeah, this will be something we'll have to do for either end of 2026 or early 2027 when our little ones are a little older. So, but I like this. I'm really happy this. And Gold Coast preserved condition. I think this is going to be a good model. And I think that this is definitely going to be, I think this is going to sell really good, especially if it's with the Blue Nami attached to it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, Lark, if you're gonna just get in Blue Nami. Don't even go with TMCC. Just get Blue Nami.
No.
Yeah. So we're gonna fast forward through some of this just for the sake of time. So third rail anniversary edition.
Those look so cool.
They do. The sunbeams look.
Okay. I will say this here. I think they're hinting at something for next year.
They did.
Yeah. First go 1522.
Jay straight out was like, I mean, hey, it's coming. And I'm like, which is incredible, by the way.
So I actually have I will say this. There's two engines in particular that I really would love Jay to make. That would mean a lot to me. The only reason I haven't said anything is because I know I would be pretty much be forced to buy them, because it would be kind of hypocritical of me to say. The first one is Southern Railway 401, that class. So Southern Railway 401, 385, and 154, that class. Because Southern Railway 401, that's the steamer that runs at Monticello. In Monticello.
Oh, yeah.
Second one is one that anybody that knows me knows I've been a champion of flying them, making these. The American Chinese steamers. The Chinese QJs, which are the ones that Iowa Interstate has. Your SYs, which is what Valley Railroad and New York Susquehanna and Western had, and then your JS, which is what the Boone and Scenic Valley is. If they can make the SYs, they would be the first American manufacturer to make SYs in any gauge. No HO, no N manufacturer has made the SYs. And the other thing too is, you get a Chinese factory doing that, you have the critical advantage of them having a real life counterpart. They can walk outside, go to the museum, and they would be able to see that in person, and so you could probably get the most accurate O scale model ever made.
See, in terms of like who would be better at making the SY class, I would probably say third rail, definitely.
I mean, so you would do. Actually, I'm not gonna. Well, I'm going on a tangent. I just realized I said I was trying this.
Well, we've been going on tangents for the past hour and 30 minutes. So
Lark,
Okay.
Lark, be quiet. This show is just tangent central. Okay, we start
Tangent
somewhere
Central.
and we just go somewhere else at that point. It's
should we
okay.
no tangents? Tangents.
Okay, so we have rail. So, somewhat JP Scale Trades, who's based out of Kentucky, he's making references to RJ Corman's QJ.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I know Dash and Dan went absolutely nuts when Jay announced this. So via. So
Canada.
Okay, I know the Northeastern guys appreciated these.
This will be kind of cool, like the multi-level commuter cars.
I need to take a look at those transition cars because now with that Genesis.
Oh, British cars.
Oh,
dang!
Right up your alley, then, Dan. If you're going to get the Scotsman, you need to get these. Just get.
Well,
the whole
you
thing.
see, here's the thing: if you're going to get a prototypically accurate British, passenger consoles, you got to get at least 8 or 10 of them.
Whoa. My God.
No, I'm serious. If you look at like a bunch of like modern British Rail steam excursions, or even just stuff back from like the 50s, do they have like, I think they have like 8 or 10 car consists on a regular basis.
Oh my God.
And they go fast. They don't go.
They don't see. Here's the thing: the problem we have in the States is we can only max out like 50 miles an hour. Out in the UK, dude, they're going like 100, 110.
Yeah.
On like a first class, or like I guess you would technically call it a class 1 railroad in the UK. I don't know what the terminology would be for that, but basically like the top of the top, like British, class 1s there. They're running let's say the Flying Scotsman. They're at 100 miles an hour easy.
Oh, they could probably go 130, 140 if they really, really wanted to do it. They could, because British countrysides were built with speed in mind.
Well, and their locomotives, from my understanding, they're much lighter than American locomotives too.
All right, so
1522.
Incredible. And it was only a 4-car train. Bro, you passed the Pocahontas though, man.
Yeah, we got to give that some love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have N&W people like lovers up in here.
I still need a Pocahontas set.
I only perfect. Here you go.
Imagine telling Disney kids that there was a train called the Pocahontas, and then they would be asking like, "Where's Miko? Where's John Smith?"
I mean, the Pocahontas, like the train, it originates in the area of the whole story comes from anyway. So, I mean, I guess in a technicality sense, that's it kind of lines up.
Oh yeah. So,
Lark, did you see Datafied's new channel name, Tangents of Lark?
That's what I was just saying.
That might be my new theme. That might be our new theme for our live streams: is live streams and tangents. Lots and lots of tangents.
We need to have an under and over of how many tangents we get on in a stream.
No, you should ask guys like
4 of us.
No, what you need to do is like ask guys like Andy, Stu, or Jokers. Hey, for every time Larkin does a tangent, we take a shots.
Oh my God, we're gonna be drunk by like minute 30.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Speaking of that, Lark. So I have this idea. What I want to do is it's pretty simple. If you see my live streams, you know where I'm getting at this. Is that we'll just either be running trains, talking about whatever it may be, and just having a bunch of beers.
I'm
serious when I say that.
Yeah. buckle up.
If you
with a
guys are down
jumbo
to do that,
popcorn.
it'd be great.
Oh, dude, I'm all
And
down
just
to
a
just
lark.
play trains and talk and stuff.
The
Absolutely.
question is, would Lark be interested?
I'm not much of a drink that kind of stuff, but
You just
no,
drink water.
oh yeah. I'll probably have like 10 jugs. I'll have like 10 bottled waters like sitting right here ready to go.
No,
and-
just say, hey, this is tequila. Just holds up like a plastic cup of water.
Nobody would be the wiser.
Matt said that would be
Anywho.
dream to watch. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm loving this right now.
But yeah,
Wait.
if I got the Flying Scotsman, I would definitely probably order at least like 8 cars of
Okay.
British cars.
Hey, oh my
Take a look at
gosh.
Cars real quick. What's up,
Easy way to make friends.
bro?
Yeah, that would be
Oh
me.
no! Think about this. Lark could be our moderator.
Oh dear God. We're in trouble.
Could you imagine? Oh my God, that would be crazy.
I don't even want to think of the ramifications of what us three would get into
Oh my gosh,
non-sober.
can take a shock. Not gonna.
Oh my god, Gizmo.
What-
That's
what-
what Uber. Oh my gosh,
Oh my gosh.
friends. This is ridiculous.
You know
was-
what?
I
I
was-
need to just like let's like show it to like Joker and Stu and all of them. Be like, hey, just go to the minute 30 of this here, and then you'll really get your entertainment out of this.
Oh,
Yeah, kidding.
Like hour and 30 minutes here, and then you'll. All right, here. So trying to get back on track here. So I'm willing to bet everything that I'm wearing that Southern Eagle Lines had a big voice.
That was
in
the
it.
first person I was thinking of
Mm-hmm.
because I think
And-
as soon as he saw this, he was like, his soul and his wallet. Well, his wallet died, but his soul was like,
If
"Oh."
you get Anthony Central Georgia in him, he will be like the happiest man in the world.
Dude, he is. I can tell you this is a set. He's probably going to be very, very screwed on.
Okay, this was the one that I really wanted to sit down and talk about. Okay,
Okay.
we got bright lines now. Jay.
Whoa.
Cody
Oh,
went somewhere.
whoa. Well, I guess you could say Cody got wiped out from all the
Yeah, he
tangents.
got one.
Oh my god.
No, listen, he was surfing while he was streaming with us, but I guess he did wipe out too. You know?
So, but we'll give it a second here.
But you're
Okay.
saying like, you want to talk about this one?
Oh yeah. So while we're waiting for him, so I need to ask Jay if you're watching this. Will there be a free car that the Bright Line can smash into?
A freight car?
No, like
Wait,
a
a
car,
freight
like an auto car.
Oh, that's so. I don't know.
No, I'll
Right,
explain.
like almost every
Let's
time I
just
think of
say,
it now, I think of just like some
here
sort
we
of.
go. Here we go. Here we go. The second hand says it best.
Do those trains come with a shattered car part stuck?
I guess I'm missing something. So
Okay, so let me
History
explain.
lesson
Let me
real
explain.
quick.
I'll explain this here. So when Bright Line started, it went right through. It goes right through the heart of Miami, and there's like hundreds and hundreds of crossings. So think about it. You got the largest city in Miami that just suddenly gets a high-speed rail right in the middle with railroad crossings in it, and of
Mix
course,
that
as
with
you
the
know,
Florida.
and I'm sure you know by now, Will. Florida drivers are not always the smartest drivers in the
No.
world.
I'm gonna cross all these lanes now.
So
Remember, Lark,
It's
there's a lot
kind
of
of become
Florida
a-
men down there.
it's kind of become a running meme of Brightline running into stuff. So oh my gosh, Gizmo.
Does it come with crash cars and deceased spots? Jesus!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I mean, you could
Oh
just
my
go on
God.
just go on YouTube and you can find like 4, 5, or 6 at a time. Brightline versus train. Like there was Brightline versus a fire truck. Brightline versus an auto truck, like an auto rack truck.
They just don't see them, I guess. Because the only train that I've seen that goes like through cities, there's one that goes through Denver, and I'm like, that thing goes pretty quick, and you better just be watching that. Like, oh hey, I'm not gonna get hit by this train real quick. I think
Well,
I've seen. Go ahead.
Well, another thing too is that in case you're wondering, people are going, "Oh, why don't we just build better crossings?" Dude, people are just going to crash right through them anyways.
Dude, yeah. If
We just have a particular type of mindset, it seems, where it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the train will stop."
yeah, I'll make it. I won't get
I'll
hit.
make it.
Oh, you know
I'll
what?
make
You know
it.
what would just be really fun just to ultimately just troll. Just get a rotary snowplow. Just set it up to like 70 miles per hour and get the motor going.
You just see maybe like two cars that just happen to be in the same exact spot in the same exact situation, and you just have that thing coming in and everybody's like,
hey, you know the price of scrap value is through the roof. So you know what? That's a good way. That's a good way for Florida East Coast to make its money back.
yeah,
With the bright line. Just get a rotary snowplow and just have it just
like
eat up
they're
all
kind
the
of thinking.
cars.
So how do we recover financially?
When you
Let's
said rotary snowplows,
put that in, and you'll just
I don't know why it just came to my mind, but like I can just see like a rotary snowplow and then Jigsaw in the cab is like, I want to play a game. I'm like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
Oh
now.
gosh,
This is horrifying. Jeez,
we're probably
Louise.
gonna be. I
That's messed up, yo.
well, wait. I'm just seeing if there's any other comments in particular. Nice.
Not as high as silver and gold. Yeah, true. In regards to that.
Well, oh my gosh, I'm not going to say what I want to say just by that comment.
In the silver and gold?
No, it's silver and gold. I was just going to say, you know, if you get one of those vehicles that has a lot of gold in them, who knows? You might get some free gold out of that.
Oh.
Anyway.
I guess
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, so is the joke with this, right, is just because you guys nailed it with the that Amtrak locomotive or the Amtrak one, and then now this one. I guess they were just like super notorious for
nailing people.
Yeah. Oh, and they lead the country in terms of motor vehicle versus train collisions. So,
well, I mean, at least from the sounds of it,
joke. It's like an absolute running joke, like a Florida meme.
Because I was gonna say, it doesn't even sound like it's the railroad's problem; it's the people.
Yeah, seriously.
You can come up with the greatest technology in the world, the greatest safeties in the world,
and they will still find a way to just do something stupid.
You just
They'll
can't.
Especially with the Florida man, you know. I'm trying to compete as a Michigan man.
That's insane. But yeah, like they'll just. I'm not gonna get hit. Get run over.
Ooh, look at these.
I would love to have these cars, but I don't have many Amtrak stuff, so it's like, you know.
Ooh, Pacific. Ooh, well, they got Pacific Parlor. That actually,
yeah.
Starlights.
See, and that's the thing too. So, I saw Jay's review of this catalog, and he kind of said it really well. Is like, when you get Amtrak, you have to really get into it. Like, really get into Amtrak. Like,
yeah, it's basically a rabbit hole.
Exactly. Yeah, like there's a rabbit hole.
Like essentially, think of what I kind of compare it to is think of like starting out with Milwaukee Road. It's a downhill like slope from there.
Yeah, you're getting so.
You have to start saying Milwaukee Road.
The Milwaukee Road.
The Milwaukee
but like with these cars, man, like there's not. You're going to be spending a lot on these cars, but they're. You're an Amtrak lover, you'll want them. So. I don't know. I'm trying to hold so I have that Genesis that came in. I'm trying to hold out on those 15-inch aluminum cars way back when in the early 2000s from Lionel before I even think about Sunset Third Rail Golden Gate cars, because it's like, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
You have like candy, yeah.
Multi-level commuter cars.
Oh, these would be cool.
Yeah. I will say this here. So this was something that both Jay and Sid have confirmed. The cab cars will not have any sound in them.
Oh, they won't?
Yeah. That was what they both had said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will they at least like be able to, because in
That-
reverse? Don't these have
That
like
you'll
lights?
have to ask Jay about, but all I know is the fact they didn't add them on there for price reasons, which is
Okay.
kind of funny because it's like you're all really expensive. I mean, why not just roll the
It
dice even
probably
more?
wouldn't be that hard to add a sound system in it, anyways.
It probably wouldn't.
Because didn't Lionel come out with these like, are they called Amfleet cars?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And I thought you can program them and then they do flash and stuff. I think I've seen that.
OVH needs to get better about the ditch light operation because it's too. Because it's like it's not like on off. It's a on.
Yeah, like
on,
a blooming kind of thing. Yeah.
Speaking
Well-
of ditch lights,
Here's more collections with Trayman with Dan. Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. There, just got to throw the ET44.
so I got to do a little promotion work for Lionel. Get these engines while you can. Best diesel they have ever made. I will die on that hill.
This says it right here.
I need to get that
Enough
look.
demand, Jay will do anything. Quite literally.
Dude, 2900 class, bring it out. Dude, yeah, but those
I'm waiting for
ET44s
for him to do like some Great Northern stuff.
You think?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Or the one of the other things that I would love to see him do, and for some reason I blanked out. Oh, Western Maryland I2 class Decapod.
Oh, don't get. Oh, at least you didn't say the J1 because that would get.
Well,
The
and the
J-
J1s too, and the J1s.
Ooh, more passenger cars.
I need to look at this Western Maryland class. Oh, geez.
Oh.
Yeah.
So go back to the baggage cars. So I am ordering 2 of the Great Northern baggage cars.
Okay.
And they're actually not, the price actually isn't that bad for a decent amount of them.
Yeah, I wonder how many he gets. Or
Oh
line
God,
up.
it's got to be in the thousands.
Oh, well, I think when Jay first initially came out, he was like, "Oh yeah, our minimum order is 100. So if you get 100 of your buddies, we'll make it." I'm like, I'll put a GoFundMe on there or like a petition and make that locomotive right now. I'll do that.
See, if you ask people to do it, they just might be able to make it happen.
The phrase, if you build it, they will come.
Did
Yeah.
you pass the UP cars yet or no?
No, I didn't.
He's back.
So
The hat's not even on right now.
So
What?
yeah,
You look
we
fine.
did not. So
Just
but
all of a
here we
sudden, I hear like I don't know who was talking, but I think it was Dan. He was saying it went ear, and then it turned off. I was like, "Ugh,"
That's
gosh
not
dang
good.
it, I immediately was like,
are. All right, well, go for it, my
what I
man.
miss?
What's up, dude?
Talk about how dangerous Brightline is and how they need to include shattered car pieces on the front of them.
Oh yes. How far can we launch this one person? 20 feet? 30 feet?
It is the
It is the
basically
Thunderdome of locomotive games. Okay.
It's the more live. What is it? They're trying to experiment how far they can launch a human with a train
Oh my gosh.
in a more real sense.
Harriman cars. I'm guessing that's for like SP, right?
Yeah, 100%. These
These were
are
the ones that you wanted to discuss, Will.
no the ones specifically. I think were the UP ones. The
Oh, but first, let's make Dan very happy.
You know what's funny? I was this close to pulling the trigger on the Blue Sky Empire Builder.
what
This
happened?
close. It's the price.
Oh, and then they're gonna be
Well,
here.
no. To be fair, I've never really ordered a third rail engine, so I guess I'm one to talk. So
And again,
Well-
let's be perfectly honest. How many of us actually have purchased a Sunset third rail prior to Jay coming out?
Nope.
none.
Okay, Will.
Oh, you have.
technically the Genesis, because that was
Okay.
Scott's last.
What?
Everything
Fair
else
enough.
has been secondhand, so
Fair enough.
auctions or stuff like that.
All right, here you go. There you go, my man.
Well, we're looking right at you. I think you need to get something.
Dude, okay, so
Well, you and secondhand.
dude, so here's the
Mike,
thing.
I expect you to have this in your collection.
Here's the thing with this.
No exceptions.
When I got my 2019 first run edition Big Boy from Lionel, I went ham on trying to find as many of the 21-inch passenger cars from Lionel as I could. And now these come out, and I'm like, I am so far deep in those cars. I can't. I don't know how to unload freaking close to 20 car or however many cars I have of that. Hands down, though, what I think I'm gonna say about this: if you ordered one of these, I think you're gonna have probably one of the best consoles ever made in no scale. Period. I really do. I think that if it's on the prototype, it's gonna be on these, and these are just gonna blow every other thing that you see out of the water. Everything just gonna be not even comparison.
So the one thing I might actually pre-order is the water tenders.
So I almost pre-order the water tenders too. I have both the Vision Line ones, and the one thing that I had a buddy of mine, Mike. He lives in Belgium now with Eric, his wife. Great Army couple. He 3D printed the tool chests and stuff like that go on top, and then these come out, and it's like, okay, man, like I can't get a break.
I mean, if you feel, because one thing you could do, you could just keep a water tender, sell the other one, and just have that specific tender just as a memorabilia piece.
Right.
And then just get the other two from Third Rail, so that way when you sell the other one, you can at least defer some of the cost.
All right, so I'm gonna fast forward here because we're getting close on time.
Gizmo, you said it perfectly, man. Like, is that a train?
Yes. CSX is sponsoring this catalog.
Oh no, Lark! You know what you should do? You should put an extra camera facing the crossing that's at your place, so that every time you hear a horn, we could see it come by on camera in the stream.
Oh my gosh, Foamer Central right there.
We could bring in another set of community in here.
Okay. Please, people. I know
Lark,
that they made this.
Get it.
Do it, Lark. Come on, do it. It literally has your name in it.
Someone do GoFundMe and give me the money for this, and I'll buy it. How about that?
Listen just grow the money. You need that. Chat, please.
You can tell he wants to, but he's trying to push. Just push away. No, I don't need it.
Do it, Lark.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Definitely
don't need
You definitely do need this, Lark.
I need it.
All right. So we're gonna fast forward here.
Wow, look at that! Absolutely deflecting.
Let's talk about
again.
Let's talk about these ones.
Praise our Lord and Savior, General Dynamics.
Yes.
So these I didn't even see in the catalog initially, but I was like, these are cars?
Oh,
yes. Okay,
listen to this.
these are actually really cool.
I
Okay,
see Travis
wait a
Moody
minute. I might
had
get
a
these.
say in this.
Lockheed, General Dynamics, Grumman,
Boeing?
maybe Grumman. Big
That-
fighters.
Oh my
let's
gosh!
go.
Look at this, guys.
Look at what?
These things have sound built into them, like speakers.
Wait a second. What?
Wait, they
What?
have sound?
Simple Bluetooth connectivity like any other speaker to turn your layout into your own personal sound stage. Also,
So they're putting a
without
Bluetooth
speakers.
speaker. Oh,
Yo.
dude,
I did
No.
not
the
see
question I'm
that.
curious
Cool.
about is what's the price on these then? If anybody can tell.
Stand by. I'll find out real quick.
All right.
Golden
Okay,
Gate,
their website
please
This
right
have
is
now.
Grumman.
while you're working on that. This is perhaps
I got
the
it.
most talked about piece.
Oh my god.
So that
Oh my
price for the
God.
car
Yeah.
with sound is $250. $250
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
As much as I
Holy
thought it
cow.
was going to be.
for a
You get like
scale
3
car.
of those
That's
look
not bad.
slick.
Now, would
Yeah,
you be able to
yeah.
pull the price on the fuselage load or the fuselage road?
$499.99.
That's not terrible either, honestly. If you get
I'm
like
gonna
a
take a look
set
to see
of
if the
that and then maybe
brass-
2, of the Boeing cars and Lockheed cars, that's not a bad price, honestly.
So it's
No,
a
if you're really
injection
especially for
molded.
Will and I being aviation enthusiasts. Oh yes.
Which means you should get it.
I've actually considered getting getting a couple of these cars because one came through the springs one time, and I was like, oh hey, I'm gonna film that, and I made it a short. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. These are pretty cool. So they'll be injection molded plastic bodies with the prototypical like detailed parts for each of the cars, and at $599, these things are huge. That's going to be pretty neat. I
Oh.
do think
Oh, yeah.
that's worth that price
All
for
right,
sure.
here. So we've
So
reached.
Lark, real
What's
quick before we move on. So let's talk about the spy cars real quick. Literally, when I was scrolling on Instagram one day, I see Jason post this like, "This is the greatest thing ever! Oh my god, I'm so happy!" And I'm just like, man, I wonder if that means he's just gonna order like 60 of them.
He might. I mean, but the thing is though, what is he going to do? I mean, sell his 2 Lionel locomotives and keep like his 300 MTH locomotives?
Well, he's MTH, so he's like, 2 Lionel. Get rid of the Lionel.
Is I could sell these easy.
500 for a set is a steal. Yeah, 100%. First, Cam Nandy mentioned that Jay's doing something for Joker. I asked him
Yep.
what he's doing. What is he doing?
Yeah, Andy, if you know that specifically, share it in the section.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what it is.
But yeah, like I said, like as soon as I was looking at Jason's story, he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sad." Yeah. And I'm like, well, that shouldn't surprise me because he foams over the road railer train.
The Road Railer train. What is
The
that?
road
Oh,
railers.
the Triple
Oh
Crown
my
series.
God.
Yeah, the triple
yes.
crown. Well, I don't know why I'm thinking of road railer.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they are a road railer, yes.
Oh, well, I mean,
You're
yeah,
right.
technically I'm right, but it's called a specific train. The triple.
Well,
Oh, the
thing
Triple
is
Crown.
that, oh yeah, you should look it up because that specifically went through my hometown. I remember thinking that was like the coolest thing in the world when I was young because it was like one locomotive and it was just like trucks and just these trailers just sitting on trucks. I thought that was like the coolest thing ever, and they were super common because they went from St. Louis to Detroit, and they were really durable for what they were because they had to be built specifically to handle both road and rail. So
Right.
So
And
they-
if I remember correctly, they just retired the train just recently.
yeah, because they were getting old. Like they just ultimately just felt like as if that the trucks just were not worth it. I mean, the trailers were fine. It was just the trucks. They were
like
ready
the
to
chassis
retire.
and just like the whole, train part.
Yeah.
This would be really cool. These spine cars for a WP, late WP set with a bunch of funny Midwest.
Mhm.
What are you trying to get at?
trailers
You
on
just
it?
want to see like
This
a
would look awesome.
West Pacific?
Yes, it's like, guys, Jay, just give me some WP. You know what? I'll buy it from you. Okay, it's really simple. You want my money?
Now,
Give me some
actually,
WP.
so now that I think about this, Cody, what if like just out of the blue, Jay's like, okay, so here's a Sunset Miles third rail Western Pacific Challenger.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Let me consume it. Yes.
Okay, guys. So, I mean, pretty much that was the primary focus of the catalog.
Damn, that's how many pages was this thing?
That was over
63?
60. Now granted,
God, it's massive.
so a couple things here. So, first of all, here's
On that sound car.
I'll reach
They
out
need to have
to
a Grumman car.
yeah, I'll
Hold
reach out and see what's
Grumman?
up.
okay. So let's go ahead and let's kind of talk about it here. So, what was the favorite things that you guys liked in this catalog? So, for me, I liked the F. So, if I'm going to be honest, because of the timing of it, the FP45 may be within range for me because if it's stuff that comes in 2027, when by that point financially I'll be in a much better spot, that's something that I can actually see myself really enjoying. I mean, I love the Florida East Coast 148 set, but 2200 was that's going to be a lot, even for waiting for 2 years for me. But I think the FP45s maybe in play. I really think the one piece that I think I most likely will get was the sound car, just because Travis is
Pretty
bailing my
neat.
butt because Travis is a good guy. He's smart, and right now he's bailing my butt out with after I got myself into a situation with my Cap 2 remote. So, what do you guys say? Well, your turn.
So, personally, for me, I think the I'm gonna say what I'm ordering, so you guys can keep me accountable. I mean, I already know exactly what I'm gonna get.
Because he might back out of one, you know.
No. Like seriously, like hands down though, the FP45s, at least in both of the War Bonnet paint schemes, the As Delivered and the Super Fleet, definitely gonna get those, hands down. Like we've never seen them, or maybe like accurate. Who knows when we're gonna get it?
In a more accurate standpoint, we haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet.
And we might even see like a second run, like with the Chargers or the Genesis. But we don't know.
With Blue Nami.
With Blue Nami. So those two for sure. At least in diesel. I did also put a pre-order in for another. I'm going to put another pre-order in for the another Genesis because I think 2 is better than 1. Now here's the question, because I'm looking back at what Jay previously offered. I really like the GSs. I love them. But is there a point where you have too many? Because now I'm like, oh, those 4.62s, the Sunbeam looks really good. And you can put Blue Nami in it, and it's different. Or you can get a GS, and it kind of looks the same, and then you can just run. But here's the other thing, too. You get a GS, you're going to go down the slippery slope with cars. And do I really want to do that Golden Gate Depot articulated Southern Pacific cars? Potentially not. So at least I'm good with. Yeah.
And to piggyback on what you were saying about the passenger cars, I remember Secondhand made a good point in one of his videos that it's a real slippery slope once you get passenger train, because unlike with the freight card where you can kind of mix and match and still be accurate or nobody cares, passenger cars, unless if you're going for what I call a tourist railroad excursion concept, you have to be exactly spot on with the passenger cars.
100%.
And switching up the manufacturers may not be enough.
Yeah, so at least when it comes to Steam, I might have a little bit more homework to do. But I'm maybe gearing towards now looking at the prices, maybe a Sunbeam. Because the GS with that light shade looks really cool. But is it enough to where you want to get like, okay. So I might go for something different. But that's my
freight train, man.
So you mentioned Santa Fe FP45s.
I know.
Well,
so
no. Here's the. I'm trying to justify your purchase.
Okay. Good.
So
good.
What's the first thing that you notice about this model that's wrong?
The tanks for sure, at least for me.
Correct. So on the MTH model, the tank is way too small.
Yep.
So with the third rail one, it will have the correct size tank.
Correct tank.
So which means ordering, a third rail one makes more sense.
100%.
I mean,
A1.
Yeah, yes, you could budget and then make your own custom one, but it's too much work.
It's too much work.
Spend money.
It's too much work to do something custom nowadays, man. It really is.
Too much work,
Yeah.
All right, so Stan, you're up. What are you thinking?
There's a couple choices, but I guess I'll think of ones that I'll most likely purchase. First one, the Flying Scotsman with cars. I'll most likely get that. Still trying to figure that out. I guess the variations I like is the traditional LNER, right? With the Flying Scotsman band on it as well, and then the British Rail version with the elephant ears.
Oh,
that. And probably the other one that's kind of on my mind is the K1s, the NW ones.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I would throw in like maybe like the the RS 1, 2, and 3 Alcos they're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things. It's more so on a Blue Nami perspective for those Alcos, because from what I remember, Blue Nami Elko sounds are really, really good. So I might pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
But those are
especially all
the main
fun-
things that are on my mind.
All right.
You
And
gotta get the Scotsman, dude. You never know when. And
I
Sunset's gonna be the only
might
one
get
that
it
does
just because it probably will never be made in O scale after that.
yeah.
Probably not a one and
No,
done kind of
man,
thing.
no. If it sells well enough, they'll listen.
Or well, okay. To
If
be
it
fair,
sells, it'll sell out. It might be 5-10 years, but they'll bring it back.
Oh yeah.
Happened, dude.
oh yeah. Well, I'm just talking about in terms of like a broader scale, like Lionel MTH.
All right.
MTH, from what I remember, the reason why they don't really do European right now is just because they're trying to find someone that they could sell to overseas to Europe.
Mhm.
That's the
Yeah,
biggest
the
issue.
market.
Really interesting.
Yeah, which you would figure it would be that much of an issue, but
Well, you
guess
also have
so.
to think that, and to what I have heard, like the big O scale, like one of the big O scale manufacturers that does like British or European steam is like Dapple or
MTH.
something like that.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
Really big. Like they've got that part of the market, like for really small, switching locomotives, steamers, and/or diesels. They've kind of got that part locked down. So I think for like mainline, fast freight or fast express, definitely. I think if this sells, this is like the springboard going into the European
Open the door.
European
Mhm.
market. So if
Oh,
it
yeah.
does good, if it does, and the thing is, it doesn't even have to. I feel like it doesn't have to over exceed the expectations. I think if it at least causes a stir when it's been announced, and then after the fact that when it's been in the customer's hands and they see how cool this is, or see what they've missed out on, customers, they're gonna probably think, okay, wait a minute, if third rail does this again,
Yeah.
we want in on that action. We want to cut from that profit. We
Right.
want to get this out into the actual people who actually see it in their own country. So
Mhm.
that's
Agreed.
what I
Anywho,
All
Cody,
right.
what
You want to finish this up?
Yes.
what interests you the most?
Amen, brother. Oh yeah, not even a
He was
contest.
waiting for this moment his whole life.
Waiting. And it was crazy. I had no idea. Again, for guys, if you guys got in past the first 5-10 minutes, I didn't even see this catalog. I wasn't expecting WP at all. So this was really nice. But what I will say, I saw the RS sections, and there was the United States Navy. So
Oh, nice. Okay.
Away.
I did see that. So I was like, ooh, Navy, all right.
Wait, what is that I hear? Cody might
Sounds like
own his
money.
very first
And I
third
don't
rail,
have right now.
engine.
I know. Finally, for once, out of all these videos, I feel like I'm in a pickle now.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the FT with the really unique WP exclusive number
Mhm.
board that's on the top of the roof. So that was
Yeah.
cool, and definitely the F7s. I'll definitely have to
Get
see.
both.
I'll have to definitely take a look at the specs and all that because I didn't look at the catalog beforehand. But yeah. And probably for me, if I can get Jay to see if he can find a Grumman sound car, just put the Tomcat logo on the side and say anytime, baby, we're in trouble again.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, Tomcat Glazer right here. I will glaze that plane as
But-
long as it's been around. Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then probably the spine car, just because
Mm.
that's definitely a train I have 3 or 4 very late. I have 4 GP40s from MTH that are WP that are like their last corporate scheme, and it would look pretty cool with those spine cars as like a hot intermodal. That'd be cool.
Speaking of spine cars, like I said, I have a feeling Jason, he's probably going to order like at least 6 or 7 sets of them, just
Yeah.
based on like how much he was foaming over them.
So
If you saw the post,
no, I have
you
not.
would know what I mean.
I have not. No. I thought, oh, cool, freight cars. Like, okay, we're getting to the stuff that I'm like, cool. But I do have to admit, and I don't know if you guys talked about it after when internet kind of died for me. They had Denver and Rio Grande Western locomotives that are not a copy and paste of a UP, or just another railroad's trains. It's a genuine
Yeah, it's not
personal. It's a genuine, authentic representation of the prototype.
Yes.
Which I think out of a bunch of the big railroads, the DNRGW I don't think in O scale just gets a lot of love if it's not a rebrand, if it's not a reskin.
It pops up from time to time in O scale, but not a lot.
Not a lot. I mean, not a lot depending. So
maybe they're just purposely like just kind of keep on the low end just so that people don't find out that like DNRG bought, kind of slipped into UP management.
It's a UP conspiracy, man.
Conspiracy.
All right, well, thank you all so much for everybody that tuned in. Will, Wipeout, Dan, thank you all so much. Before we get going and close out, I do want to say, this is for everybody that's tuning in. Watch my Instagram towards the end of this week. There is something very exciting that's going to be coming down the pipe starting in January, and I'm looking forward to sharing this. So, but until then,
oh my god, this is exciting.
You got something new?
All right. Okay.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. I enjoyed this catalog, and we will definitely be back for the Lionel catalog whenever that comes out.
I would imagine January.
Until then, this is Trains of Lark signing off, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
Have a good one, y'all.
Bye.